Greetings Earthlings and welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you could come by for a visit. We'll get to this week's video right after this. Good morning, y'all. Today, I want to talk to y'all about work camping and the compensation for work camping. All right, for a lot of y'all know, I'm gonna move this a little closer over here. All right, a lot of y'all know that I have accepted a position work camping here in Colorado. So I'm in Lake City, Colorado, and I've been really enjoying this particular setup. But I've been communicating a lot on social media lately and have discovered that there are a lot of people that don't enjoy it, that have problems with it. So I thought I'd point out a couple of things if you're considering work camping. So there's basically two thoughts, but I think there's actually three, but there's basically two big thoughts or two lines of thought on work camping. There are those who like to work camp and get paid for every hour that they work, and get a free site as well. And there are those who are willing to work for just a free site. There are apparently very strong feelings about both. From my perspective, I couldn't imagine just working for a site alone. For one thing, I have to do the math on that, and the amount that they're basing your pay on if you work additional, like most of them will have 20 hours that you have to work to cover the cost of your site. And then they'll pay you for additional hours, usually at something like $15 an hour. So if you figure the math on that, $15 an hour for 20 hours, that's $300, and $300 a week. So that's $1,200 a month that you're paying for that site. Now, the way I look at it, if you're going to pay me minimum wage, $15 an hour, you shouldn't expect me to pay you full price for your resort facilities. It's just that simple. And I mean, I think that applies across the board, no matter what your skill level is. But for me personally, I've got an extensive skill set related to camping hosts. So, I mean, although this is the first time I've ever been a camp host, for those of you that know me, you know that I have a 30+ year background in HVAC. I have electrical. I can do electrical repairs, plumbing repairs, carpentry. Just you name it, appliance repairs. Just this year alone at this campsite, which is a small campsite, it's probably 50 sites roughly, and maybe 7 or 8 cabins, 9 maybe. It's not a whole lot of work to do here. My wife and I are the camp hosts, and there's another couple that kind of helps out around, in the lodge and stuff like that. But the amount of work that we're expected to do, we work probably 15 hours a week on an average. Sometimes a little more if they need us, and we don't have a problem with working more if they need us because they treat us right. They're paying us a fair wage. They're paying us minimum wage plus giving us a free site. with full hookups, water, sewer, and electric. We don't pay for any of that. We get a discount at the camp store. We get a laundry allowance that we don't use. We get a propane allowance that we don't use, but but it's there if we did need it. So for me, this is an equitable. It's a fair deal for me. I'm willing to work for minimum wage if I'm not having to pay you for your campsite. So, but with my background, I haven't worked for minimum wage since I was 16 years old, for God's sakes. So I'm not going to do it now that I'm 64. So I don't know. That's the way I feel about it. Now, there's a lot of people that's very strongly opinionated about, hey, yeah, if you go to work for Walmart, you're one of them guys standing at the doors greeting. They don't provide you a place to stay, and that's true. But I wouldn't go to work for Walmart. So, so, and on top of that, my big pet peeve is the ones that advertise free site, and then you read on down in the ad. If you're lucky, it'll be in the ad in the small print somewhere that you have to work 20 hours for that free site. Well, that ain't free. I mean, you can look it up in the daggone dictionary, free, and having a what do they call it? A barter. You're bartering for a site that ain't free. You're providing a value, and for that 20 hours, so it's not free. But they will put it in the ad and say it's free, and that's a bone of contention with me. If you're a campground owner and you're looking for employment, for God's sakes, just be truthful. Put it in the ad. Put it in the ad prominently. Because I waste a lot of time reading all these AI generated splash pages that y'all have come up with to draw attention to your ad. That's great. I appreciate that. But, Jesus, put it in the ad somewhere that it is a barter system, or that your first 20 hours will go to pay, but put it up at the top somewhere so I don't have to read all the rest of that crap that y'all put in there that it's not going to apply if I have to pay for my site. Now there is a campground in Mesa, Arizona that we stayed at last year and really loved it. It's a Cal-Am property, and I'm gonna tell you, I can't believe the reputation that Cal-Am has, considering the site and how well maintained and beautiful a resort it was to stay in. I can't believe the reputation that they have with work campers. I don't know how they even find anybody to work down there. They have got a terrible reputation. Just about everybody that I've spoken to is, avoid them, and that's one of the places that I reached out to first because I was so impressed with the resort. I mean, they have everything. You've probably seen the video that I did when I was there, but so, but that didn't work out because we have 3 dogs and they only allow 2 dogs, and then there's all kind of speed bumps along the way, but my ideal situation is to come back here every summer in Lake City, Colorado, and to work here at Castle Lakes. So like I've said in a previous video, the owners here, very good to work with, realistic expectations, and they're very fair. She has really treated us to quite a bit. But I'm gonna tell you, back to the compensation thing for a second, because I skipped over that one. But since I've been here, which we got here in May the 12th, since I've been here, and this campground actually opened on May the 15th. So we had some prep work and stuff to do, getting ready, turning the water back on, and putting backflow preventers on and all that good stuff, and making sure picnic tables were all together like they're supposed to be, and raking up and cleaning up the bear poop. So, but there is I've got a list of things that I was just looking at the other day of things that I have done that would normally not be done by your average camp host. I mean, if you get one of these guys that would work at Walmart, I'm sure they're going to do their very best at giving you a good job if their integrity is anywhere close to what it should be. But with the skill set that I have been able to save this campground owner over $15,000 in just since May. I mean, I've been able to fix a lot of things that she was told by contractors couldn't be fixed. You know, two furnaces that had to be replaced because they couldn't be fixed. I fixed them less than an hour each one. One of them less than 30 minutes. You know, so it's like, there's a certain amount of value in an extensive skill set. I mean, I can run heavy equipment if the need arises. Appliance repair. I've fixed several washers, several dryers since I've been here. That whatever she needs, as a usual rule, I can provide it. I mean, electrical repairs. We've got one of the cabins down here. I completely did all the electrical in there when we first got here, and so that would have cost a chunk of change. So there is value in knowledge, and you don't get the kind of knowledge that I have for minimum wage, and y'all just got to deal with that. But at any rate, I'm kind of bouncing all over the place. I don't want to. I don't want to badmouth Cal-Am because although they do have a crappy reputation, they have a wonderful resort and they managed to keep it up. And if the rest of them look like the one we were at, and I can't remember the name at Val Vista Verde or something like that in Mesa, Arizona. Magnificent site. I mean, everything you would want is right there. They have RC racetrack and dog grooming station and a couple of dog parks and a couple of swimming pools, nice outside bar area and a recreation area outside by the pool, a lot of tables set up. It's just a glorious place. So what they lack in employee reputation, they more than compensate for with guests. Guest amenities, I guess we'll say. So, but my ideal situation is to come back here in the summer and to find a place in Arizona, Mesa, Phoenix, or somewhere south of that, or in New Mexico or South Texas, somewhere where it's warm. I'm done with freezing pipes and wearing jackets and all that stuff. I like to have a mild climate. That's one of the things we set out to achieve. We planned on being snowbirds. We kind of thought we were going to do it on the East Coast, but after coming out here and seeing Arizona and Colorado, I may never make it back to the East Coast. So it's really nice out here. So once you get used to all the wildlife and know which ones to stay away from, it's a very happy place. So at any rate, that's my venting for today. I hope y'all enjoy finding out a little bit about work camping, but do your research if you're planning on getting into it, and determine what you're willing to accept. And if you're willing to accept just a free site and working 20 hours a week for that free site, hey, more power to you. I commend you, but I'm not. So, but I think it's a waste of my talent, and I'm not going to devalue myself down to minimum wage and then be paying for a site. So, look, if y'all haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Maybe hype it up a little bit. I understand they got a hype feature now. I haven't used it yet, but or share it with a friend. Pass the word around. I'm trying to build something here, and so far, this in this building area, I have not been very successful up to this point. So, looking for a whole lot more people watching my channel and commenting on my input. And by the way, if you are considering work camping and or you are doing work camping, put it in the comments down there. What do you consider fair, and which one are you willing to work for? But I would be curious to see how my YouTube following base sees that situation, because most of the input that I have has been from like Facebook pages and stuff like that. So put it in the comments down there if you have a preference, and hit that like and subscribe button. Follow us along, and remember. Oh, before I go, let me show y'all. Come on over here. Follow me. Look at this view. Is that spectacular? I mean, yeah, Cal-Am has got some nice resorts. I ain't seen no view like that there though. But but anyway, remember y'all, when camping, take only photos, leave only footprints. Travel safe. We'll see you next week. I am Charlie.